Sussex doomed. Spotify bosses cut Meghan and Harry down to size over shocking change in £18 million deal. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's lack of content on Spotify has led to a change in their deal with the streaming giant, a royal expert has claimed. Meghan Markle, 40, and Prince Harry, 37, launched their Archewell Foundation after stepping back as senior members of the royal family. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have settled into a new life in Montecito in California, bought an £11 million house, secured lucrative multi-million-pound deals with Netflix and Spotify and volunteered during the COVID-19 crisis. But the pair have only released one podcast on Spotify. They produced one 35-minute-long episode, calling on famous faces including Sir Elton John and James Corden to discuss how they had dealt with the pandemic and their own hopes for the future. Royal expert Neil Sean has claimed their deal with Spotify is not in its original format. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Mr. Sean said, "Apparently Spotify are mystified by the lack of content. I'm not really mystified by it. When you think about it, there are two people who have never truly made audio broadcasts before or really had any involvement within the media. The former actress, of course, has appeared in a few movies and TV, but that's really is their extent of media involvement. What's interesting to note is there have been some false stop-starts, but it does appear Spotify is saying, where is the content? They've only paid a small sizable fee, but they want to see something." He added, "It appears that Harry and Meghan still have some kind of deal with Spotify, but it's not in the original format. It appears the plans are now on an ad hoc basis, so it makes it more enthralling. While there's still a deal, there's nothing concrete about a regular broadcast." Harry and Meghan have also signed a multi-million-pound deal with Netflix. Royal expert Russell Myers, however, warned the streaming giants are going to want their pound of flesh at some point. Pod Save the Queen is hosted by Mr. Myers, the Mirror's royal editor, and Zoe Forsey. Speaking in January, Mr. Myers said, "They want to try and work out where Harry and Meghan's future lies and whether it is to carry on with this juggernaut of signing themselves up to projects with these massive corporations that arguably will want their pound of flesh at the end of it. I don't think they'll just give out tens of millions of pounds to Harry and Meghan to just churn out podcasts like they did on the pilot episode we heard recently. As nice as it was, I don't think it's breaking any new ground. And certainly the money that is being given to Harry and Meghan, they are going to presumably want them to do something a bit meatier. And whether that involves them showing their lives in California or whether it involves them doing historical projects about the royal family or talking about their position before Megxit." Meanwhile, media lawyer Ian Penman, who specializes in music streaming contracts, recently told Express.co.uk that Spotify may have overestimated Meghan and Harry's popularity. He said, "It would not be an unfair assumption that perhaps their popularity was not as great as maybe they or indeed Spotify initially felt. I think you could draw a conclusion that if Spotify haven't exercised the option on the next episode of the podcast, then maybe they did not have the popularity that either Meghan and Harry expected or indeed Spotify anticipated." Mr. Penman stressed Spotify would not have lost out if the deal did not go quite as planned. He explained that when musicians sign large deals, they do not receive all of the money they are entitled to on day one. The lack of content might be explained by Meghan and Harry's busy schedules. Alongside raising their second child, the Oprah Winfrey interview and various other commitments, Meghan has released children's book The Bench, while Harry became Chief Impact Officer at mental health startup Better Up, according to Mercury News.